Welcome to Monkey Apocalypse, issue 11. Welcome, another big week in comics. Of course, I think they say that every single week.
Well, it actually is a time. I've got 7 coming in myself, and there's actually, when we do our walk around, you'll see there's very few comics left on the table for us to show you guys. There's like one issue each. There's a lot of stuff coming out for you guys this week.
Big week. So we're at 4711 Forest Drive. We're near Cardinal Newman High School in the Bilo Shopping Center. Find us on Facebook, PuckMonkeyComics.com. Watch our Facebook page for specials coming up too.
Yep, and then Nerds of the Apocalypse. We're at Facebook.com/Nerds of the Apocalypse. Twitter at Nerds of the APOC, and Twitch.tv/Nerds of the APOC.
And just as a reminder, make sure you're checking out their channel on YouTube. We got a new episode up this week. You guys are still talking about Batman's 75th anniversary.
Oh yeah, because this month is that, right? It has that in there.
Coming up. So let's go and get to the book. Oh, let's go to events first. We'd like to welcome our newest addition here. Audrey Hacker is going to be joining us here for the summer. So, Audrey, what kind of comics you like?
My favorite comics are X-Men and Thor comics. Those are probably the best.
Good choices.
Yeah.
Very good. So, we're going to welcome her on the team. Yay!
She didn't say Batman.
Just as a reminder, Thursday, June 12th, 6 p.m. is our next graphic novel club. We're going to be doing East to West from Jonathan Hickman.
Woo!
It's going to get, if you come into the store, you get 20% off this book until the book club. It's a $9.99 book, so how much is that?
20% off $9.99. You're gonna be looking at like $7, $8.
Last week you nailed it's $8.
It's $8.
So it's a great
value.
value.
I said there, and it just depends on your other discounts you may or may not have.
So please let us know if you're coming. We've had great attendance for the last few clubs. We're about 14, 15 people per club. So come in. We talk all things geek. So be there. Okay, so for this week's notables, let's do a graphic novel first.
Let's do it.
All right, so growing up's a kid, one of my favorite things when I went on trips, I always picked up an Archie Double Digest. All right, you?
I used to read them when they were on the back of Bazooka Joe bubblegum or whatever. Oh, no, that was Bazooka Joe.
That was Bazooka Joe.
Man, I just called it out.
Show your age.
Yeah. But yeah, I read a couple Archies, but it wasn't like, I mostly read Bazooka Joe.
So a cool series that they did the last year was Afterlife with Archie. It's basically a zombie story. Zombie horde has attacked Riverdale, and it's being led by Jughead.
Oh.
So just kind of a fun story to have that. And I think later this year they're killing Archie, which is kind of funny too. Because in the solicit for the books coming out later, they've actually got like the Archie like on the steps of the courthouse, kind of like looks like Captain America when Captain America got shot. That's one of the covers, so kind of cool. So if you like Archie, grew up reading Archie, definitely pick up this graphic novel. Another notable this week.
And not Bazooka Joe, by the way.
It's the next issue of the Dresden Files. Dresden Files is based off a book series from Jim Butcher.
Yeah.
Have you ever read any of those?
No, I haven't. I'm a loser for you, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So basically this is a wizard. He works with the local police department trying to solve supernatural type crimes. It was a short-lived series. How many episodes, Trex?
Maybe like 2 seasons.
Maybe like 2 seasons. Wouldn't have gone very long, but a very popular series. So this is not a reprint or based off of any of the novels. This is in the original story. So if you like the Dresden Files, follow Harry Dresden, pick this up.
It looks pretty neat. Swords and guns.
Yeah. Next one.
This one I do now.
Go ahead, take it.
This one's growing up watching movies. Big Trouble in Little China is actually being released as a comic book now. This is issue 1, and I saw this one. I actually got kind of excited because this is one of my favorite movies. It was so over the top and hilarious that I can't wait to read the comic book and find out how they can do it now, because they don't have to worry about graphics or anything like that.
Right.
They can just draw whatever they want to. So I wonder how crazy it's going to be.
So it's one of those things, you got fans of the movie they're writing the comic book, so it obviously is going to be good. So I guess that's it for the notables. Let's go to top 5.
Let's do it.
So coming in at number 5 this week is Nailbiter from Action Comics. This is actually issue number 2. We didn't talk about issue 1 when it came out, but it's one of those books that I think went under the radar a lot.
Yeah.
We actually got a second printing of number 1 if you did miss it. So anyway, it is about this town in, I believe it's Ohio,
I think so,
that's produced 13 different serial killers over time. and basically somebody's gone there and investigate why is this town producing so many serial killers, and the guy goes missing. So that's kind of the premise of issue number 1, and then issue number 2 we're trying to figure out what's going on with that. So I mean, if you're a fan of let's see, Dexter, that kind of thing, or you know, mystery serial killer. I cannot say serial killer.
It's all right. You shouldn't want to, Jeff.
You shouldn't want to.
Shouldn't want to.
So definitely something to pick up. I beam every week on Image. You know, I love the number 1s, number 2s. They have a lot of great stuff to put in out. So ready?
You said number 1, number 2s. That's on the video.
And on the number 4.
Number 4, Amazing Spider-Man, or Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm sorry, not Amazing Spider-Man. Basically, in this issue, this is issue number 2 of Revival, the second part of Revival, and there was a huge revelation at the end of the last one, if you read it. And there are people missing that should be stopping somebody, a certain villain, and no one's there to do it except for Spider-Man. So he made a decision last issue, and now he has to find out if he can actually stop this guy. Obviously, it was him and he's going to be stopping him.
That was very cryptic. I don't think I understand what you said.
No? Okay,
but
we can do it again.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Ultimate Universe. A lot of the Marvel movies are pulling from people from the Ultimate Universe. So if you're watching the Amazing Spider-Man movie, there's actually some villains from the Ultimate Universe in it. So
yeah, like
definitely,
Rhino and all that.
yeah, it's definitely something to pick up if you're a Spider-Man fan. Don't stay away just because you know it's not Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
Or I gave a cryptic description. It's supposed to be. It's really good.
All right, coming in at number 3 this week, we've actually got 2 books. We tied them together.
Because they're basically just 2 different locations of the same story. First off, we're going to start off with Amazing X-Men Annual. I had to make sure I pronounced that correctly. Basically, this one's going to follow Storm as she heads to Africa to find out something. Okay, I won't be so cryptic. Someone died, and find out who it was, and it's going to reveal a lot of stuff. And I can't reveal anything more than that.
Still cryptic.
I'm sorry. I don't want to give away these things for people. Someone died in Storm's family. Read it to find out who it was and what's happening.
As an annual, it still is standalone, so if you just want to pick that up, you don't have to pick up the other series to completely get everything. It'll back it up. So, and then the next one is the Amazing X-Men number 8.
Yep. This is Wolverine going back to Canada. I don't know if you remember, he was part of a Canadian team for a little while. But an old friend.
What was the name?
I don't know. I just remember he was part of a Canadian team, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I know why Wolverine left. Because he's not Canadian.
Hey.
He doesn't put up with that nice stuff. Anyway, someone's missing. I honestly have no idea who it could be because I don't know anyone from that team. And I'm Captain Canada. Anyway, so he starts trying to find out what happened to him because it's a friend of his. So.
All right, cool. Let's move on to the top 2. So a lot of debate this week on number 1, number 2. I'm still a huge Valiant fan. If you've not known from the from the videos, Ride number 2 comes out this week. I'm telling you, it's some of the best artwork out there in a comic book, just in my opinion.
Pretty impressive. Check out the freaking. The picture.
Mike, look at. That Trex. This is awesome.
I like ninjas, and this has ninjas in it.
So the premise behind this story is it's Japan in year 4001. Japan kind of looks like Coruscant in a way because it's just built up, in spires.
That's how it actually looks to.
Yeah. So the first murder in I think a century has happened, and Rai is like the force to go out and find what happened, who created this murder. So that's kind of the premise for it. Valiant book. It's absolutely awesome. You don't have to know the other Valiant stories to really tie into it. Although there is a villain that is in this comic book that's in Unity currently.
Yep.
So kind of ties that in. So definitely, if you like Valiant, if you like a self-contained universe that's small, definitely pick up Ra.
I don't know. It's pretty cryptic that you said about that guy. You need to tell me who it is.
Come into the store Wednesday and you can find out.
Too cryptic. Just kidding.
So, number 1 this week, we have Original Sin number 3. We've got Marvel's biggest summer crossover. What you think of number 2?
Number 2 is really, really good. I'm happy they finally revealed who the villain was. That was the biggest thing. Well, they revealed one of them at least.
I mean, does it seem like he's a puppet though? Obviously, if he comes out in issue 2.
Yeah, I agree. He could be a puppet. There could be someone else behind it, but still, like, he was there.
Yeah. So if you're not reading this, of course, who's not reading it? But the Watcher has been killed on the moon. We don't know who killed him for sure. Issue 2. At the end, we seem like we know who it is, but there's a lot of red herrings. We got the super teams going all over the universe and the world trying to figure out who killed the Watcher. So a lot of tie-ins too. I mean, you've got Avengers is tying in, Mighty Avengers. So there's a lot of little offshoots. Deadpool last week also had a tie into it.
Yeah.
So I don't think we know actually who killed the Watcher yet. We haven't really revealed that yet, but it's definitely worth picking up. Great story.
Yeah.
Anything
awesome.
else?
No, there's not really much else. I mean, besides the fact that it's really funny when Doctor Strange and Punisher are working together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they keep bamfing. They don't really bamf, but
Yeah.
all over the place, and Punisher keeps getting sick, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Pick it up. Also out this week, we have Action Comics. It's the next part of the Doom storyline. It's been pretty popular. Angel and Faith #3. Batman 66. This is actually written by Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman. And you've got Ty Templeton doing the inside art, and that is Alex Ross covers. So that's just a nice combination total there. Of course, Batman Eternal #9. Black Widow #7, another popular book. Chaos is back, and they've put out a new book this week, #2. 5 Ghost, another Image, #12 there. Futures End #5. I'm absolutely loving this series. I'm loving Grifters in it. Iron Fist #3, and got the next part of Loki. Magneto #5. Next part to Moon Knight #4, Warren Ellis. By the way, if you did not pick up Trees last week from Warren Ellis, fantastic read. I've reordered that book. You need to pick that up. Warren Ellis at his best. Of course, we talked about Nailbiter earlier. Got the next issue of Punisher, #6 there. We've got the next part of The Wake from Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy. And then we got Tiny Titans, Return to the Treehouse #1 there. Got all your little Titans and some more kids' books for summer reading. And The Woods #2 comes out this week from Boom Studios. Of course, let's take just a second. Let's talk about the Bombshell variants. Mike, what do you think?
I am loving the Bombshell variants. So far, right now, we have the Superman Action Comics 32 Bombshell variant, Earth 2 Bombshell variant, issue #24, and Green Lantern issue 32 Bombshell, and which is my favorite because it has my girl Carol Ferris on it. It looks great. So great.
So DC's going to have a lot of these coming out this month. You can go online, Comic Book Resources, Comic Book Realm, a lot of those different websites. You can see all the different ones. My favorite one that's coming up is the Batwoman. You guys got to go online and see those. Also, we got a few more trades in. The Watchmen, Minutemen, Silk Spectre. I got to say, the Before Watchmen series, Silk Spectre was my favorite read out of the entire series. So thanks for tuning in this week. Events locally coming up. Let's see, we've got Heroes Con.
Yep, that's 20th, 21st, 22nd of June.
If you haven't checked that out, check out, I believe it's Heroes Aren't Hard to Find out of Charlotte.
Yep.
Check out their website. What's the next event you guys are going to be at after that?
There's going to be Valhalla Con as well. We submitted a couple panels, and hopefully we're going to get approved. Hint, hint, if you're watching.
So Valhalla Con, it's a new con this year. They came out on Free Comic Book Day with lots of cosplayers.
Yep.
It's going to be comics, games, and cosplayers. So check out ValhallaCon on Facebook. Is probably the easiest way to find them.
Yep.
I think they just finished their panel submissions, and we had a lot of great stuff there. Another local con for us.
Hoping to have a third costume ready for this one.
So check out all the particulars at the bottom of the screen, and we will see you in the store. Thanks. We're out.